sun rays, and on we'll go through the
I'm excited to film week number 3. I've been looking forward to week number 3, as a matter of fact, because when I think of poker, when I think of family, I immediately include Aldo Martinez.
Hey guys, how you guys doing today?
And so my mom and his mom are sisters. We grew up together, and we picked up poker at the beach one day.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just a little introduction.
My name is Aldo. I've been playing poker for quite a while now with Edgar and a lot of the friends here. It's been fun. It's really enjoyable. Like Edgar mentioned in previous videos, I've seen all the videos he's made so far, and it really is a time to just kind of relax and not worry about your finances, worry about stress, about work or what's going on and all that, and just kind of just come here and just chill with the boys, as they say.
You recently just had a baby.
I did, yeah. I have a 2.5 month baby girl. Her name's Madeline. It's incredible. You wouldn't think something like that can be so special, but yeah, it's incredible. You know the process of how the baby is delivered and all that, but just seeing it in person, it's one of the most beautiful things in the world.
So I know Angelo is going to be 3 in December, and throughout the time he's always been asking me questions. Hey, what do you do in this situation? And I would always look at each other like, well, you're not even...
True story. So even though when I was in the hospital, I called him to come over to see Madeline, and I said, hey, don't forget to bring the manual. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, man, the baby manual.
As many of you know, in my first video, I discussed that how I got into poker was through magic. We always carried a handkerchief, this bird, beautiful bird, by the way, deck of cards. And
believe it or not, that bird's like 10 years old, by the way.
we used it for talent show in high school, and this is the same bird that fell out of your pouch.
It did. It fell out of my pouch, and we were doing a magic trick in front of a class. Turned around, the bird just kind of fell where it was secretly hidden, and thank God, you know, Edgar and my other cousin Mike just kind of like distracted the people while they picked up the bird and put it back in place. But that was a fun one.
And this bird was used for your wedding.
It was.
We did a, as you see the clip right now, we actually had a magic dance-off for Elisa. It was a surprise. Elisa's his wife. And we used the bird. The whole crowd was amazed. It was actually a good time. But a funny story when it came down to magic is we were preparing. We have a third cousin named Mike Moran. He's not here, but we were in stage. We were in front of a good 500 people, I'd say.
Yeah.
We had practiced the night before. We had birds, we had cards, we had lights all over the place. And my cousin, who was doing the floating ball, could not get the proper setup. So they gave us 10 minutes to set up. It was not done. So what happened when it was his turn to play, the music was playing, we had family there. He walked up to stage and just put his head down so that his part can be done. And what happened is the director pretty much said, cut him out. The curtains came in. I think the curtain hit my face.
The curtains did close on his face, by the way. They literally closed on his face.
And it was probably the most embarrassing moment I've ever had in my life. But nonetheless, it's taught us a lot of things that, you know, throughout failure comes success. And the next day, we actually killed the show.
Yeah, we did in front of the whole school.
In front of the whole school and everybody. Awesome. But do you use magic? Do you still use magic for your job?
I do. I'm actually an occupational therapist. I work in the school system, so I work with kids with different diagnoses, from autism, behavior, sensory, and I would have never imagined that I would have used magic to help kids, whether if it's to get them off the floor because they're struggling to go to a class, or get them to do work. You know, I say, oh, let's first do, 3 problems of math, and then I'll show you magic. Sure enough, when I say magic trick, they immediately get up, sit on their chairs, and do their.
Now, when it comes to poker, what does the game mean to you?
Oh man, I love it. I had mentioned to you before. Think about this. That's the only game where you can sit next to someone who has won hundreds and thousands of dollars, and somebody who's just trying to get by and enjoy the game. It's something that it's always changing. There's different factors. So you'll never be able to figure out the game. You know, there's so many softwares out there that are trying to figure out how to beat the game, and it's always evolving, and something's always changing about the game. And that to me is it's awesome because I love challenges. You know, as you know, I'm very competitive when it comes to anything I do, and poker, since it's always evolving, you always have to keep up with the game and keep learning.
Now, I'll be honest.
Look at that. He wants to be on camera a little more. Check that out.
Oh my God. How epic is this?
So give me some primetime TV there.
So this was not planned, by the way.
He wants to be on camera a little more. Check that out.
Oh my God. How epic is this?
Give me some primetime TV there.
So this was not planned, by the way, I promise. So I know that. Thank you. I know I'm speaking. So we've been playing for quite some time.
Yeah.
We go to Vegas every summer. We play the $250 2 p.m. WSOP Rios, which we absolutely love.
Yeah.
I think you played one or two 1,500, but I think my career earnings is maybe 8,000 to 9,000. I'm not quite sure. You just had a big win 2 weeks ago. HPT event number 1, $400, second place, 42 big ones. How did that feel?
Honestly, it felt amazing. And afterwards, it doesn't really hit you until you actually go and cash in that check, by the way. Then it's like, wow, this has really happened. But I think when I look back at the day, at both days, it was 2 full days, probably 12 hours each day. And honestly, like, I think back about it, and it did not feel like I played 12 hours. You know, it was unbelievable. You just went with the flow, and I was patient in certain areas. You know, I did some plays here and there, but that's the one thing I still recall is that it did not seem like it took 12 hours of play. It seemed like it went a lot faster.
So so once again, for us, I'm your average guy. He's an average guy. All of us, we've been playing in this room for over 8 years, and he pretty much said, "Hey, this is possible for you guys." He puts in the work. He studies the game more than anyone else. So for him to win 42,000 for us is like, whoa, it can be done.
It can be done. Yeah.
It can be done. And I think something that he hasn't gone away from is, once again, I mentioned in video number 1 is he has fun. He has fun every game, whether it's $50, whether it's $100, whether it's $400. We study the game. We take the bad beats very well because we know we give them as well. Yeah.
We had to learn that though. At the beginning, it was a little different, but now it's part of the game. It is.
So I'm gonna announce it right now. Be on the lookout in the next 5 years. Aldo Martinez. He will have more cashes, and he's gonna get a ring or a bracelet before any one of us. So I'm proud of him.
Thank you.
He's my brother. He's my best friend.
Likewise.
He's invested in a lot of things that I've done, whether it's anxiety, whether it's school, work, app coming out. So nonetheless, I'm proud and I'm honored to be part of this family, and hope you enjoyed this video, guys.
Thank you.